run. It's third down. To throw again is Ryan. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Danielle Hunter able to drop him for a loss of 2. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. First, Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. The pass from Ryan complete to Freeman. And he loses the football a second time. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it.
Afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Manning. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. It gives. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And Freeman lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
They put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Pressure can come from all over. Playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. All right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for it. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That defensive line is eating them alive.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and they take possession to you.
Good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cut.
Now Howard stripped. He lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Going to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Run from the gun with Howard. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down.
Great double move for a big-time catch downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wentz. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And it's a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense, when their extra point's supposed to be automatic?
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 39 yards there, a big one. Stafford now perfect since the second half started at 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. He's at the 30, 20. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back.
The vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Anthony Barr able. Now Smith on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Every, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line.
Another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They've got his man complete. 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Look again, another possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin, his 2nd sack of the night.
I think you saw the same thing.
6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense.
But over the top to him. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Now they get set to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers.
Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. And then
on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. Extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there. And
game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Say an incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Bridgewater again. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adams.
Down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that
attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Get it done.
They'll run for it. Cook. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown.
This one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Stephen Weatherly in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 30.
No hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Bridgewater to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Flacco leaves to Lindsey on the draw. And he's stopped at the 44. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Matchup a season ago. The Bears and the Rams from L.A. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football from down in Mexico. Mexico City, to be precise. The Chiefs under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Danielle Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. First seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A good pickup there. 8
possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. It's a game closing seconds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Flacco under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Only a couple for him.
The danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary.
Here's McKissick. Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 30.
Talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. It's caught by Treadwell. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to get the football in
the game.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. And that one blown up quickly. As he
NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver, This is one.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, that takes practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he is. We'll step aside and be right back.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions. To back good plays, have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Go until halftime. First down, Bridgewater. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. And they had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Out of the gun, Stafford. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted.
Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing, Rivers. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down.
Game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time, but you still have to be alert.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
The guy, the fast guy, no matter what, though, you can't hold him.
On third down, Bridgewater. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. They give him a gain of 38.
That could spark a big burst right here.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They run with Abdullah. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Amir Abdullah. Tick under a minute to go before half. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. He knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he'll handle the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's
under pressure, and he will go down.
Game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
It's Williams on the catch. He lost 4. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Trubisky now off the bootleg. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked.
This and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky, he's got Burton here. And a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. So the hard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk.
And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown.
Talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Play action. It's Trubisky. It's caught by Davis. Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose. And this belongs to the Vikings. They'll run here. Abdullah. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Amir Abdullah to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Here's Trubisky. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take one possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken
Away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup. On 2nd and inches, Trubisky.
There, obviously guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. Davis fighting. He loses the football. And the Vikings getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready, and above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
From the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing open man is Treadwell, and he's got it for the Minnesota touchdown. 5, and it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down for them in this game. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes.
We're pretty, excited about the big plays. Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the...
It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
38 yards.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Nowhere to escape, and he goes.
On the drive, he may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, blitz coming, and down he goes. The pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. A 2nd down run for Abdullah. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they'll get this well past midfield before. And is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes
Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Evers, a trip to the Super Bowl on the line. Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the 2nd half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And an out, Amir Abdullah, 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and the running back can read it, find the proper...
It's caught inside the 25.
I can't believe you let you play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they're able to work this to the 20 on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram.
Or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now on 2nd and 13. Bridgewater. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The 20. That one goes for
up a 1st down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward.
And he'll get it. In half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the 1st half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the 2nd half, you're a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. As far as who to throw to on that play, who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys...
I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But
Widen that advantage.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just grabbed.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
54 Mike. Check, 154.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Well, let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and real.
And I think the ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. So they'll come up first. Door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost...
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.